Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? You all doing okay? My name is Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for popping by. And if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yesterday, you guys would have seen some content in relation to expansion, more opportunities opening for Jamaican players, and also in relation to the draws that are coming up. May 16, the CONCACAF Nations League draw, and May 17 will be the CONCACAF W Gold Cup qualifiers draw. So those are two draws to keep very, very close eye on. There were also conversations as well in relation to Ethan Pinnock and the form that he has right now at Brentford. So a lot of great things on the horizon. So in this video, we're going to continue, you could say, the build up towards the Gold Cup. And what we're going to discuss is things from a Jamaican perspective, so that especially those that are in the diaspora can say to yourself, this really happened? I wasn't aware about this, so that you guys can be able to, be fully on top of things and kept abreast of all of this piece of history and information that we've been able to compile. So I want you guys to feel part of the journey in terms of these stadiums, these matches where we've had games. And that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to show exactly what I mean, and then we'll go right into the matter. All right. So if you look on your screen now, you see the Gold Cup in 1991. This is Jamaica's first appearance in the Gold Cup and the inaugural stage of the Gold Cup. Jamaica's 3 games in the group stages of the 1991 edition of the Gold Cup took place at the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. That's right, it took place at the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. And this is a stadium that holds 77,000 people. That's right, 77,000. And in relation to Jamaica's run of the Gold Cup, there are 3 games in the group stages took place within this tournament in particular. 3 games took place in this stadium, and they all took place within, that's right, LA. That's right, at the Memorial Coliseum. And guess what? This wasn't the only time. That's right. This wasn't the only time that games were taking place in relation to this stadium in particular, where Jamaica played games in the stadium. There are others, so you want to stay tuned for that. And let me tell you something, 1998, you're going to say, what? Yeah. What happened in 1993? Well, in 1993, Jamaica's 3 group stage games took place at the Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas. That's right, 3 games at the Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas, Texas. The semifinals and the 3rd place playoff, Jamaica took place where? At the Estadio Azteca Stadium. That's right. Jamaica's first goal at the Azteca took place. That's right. That's right. Hector Wright scored Jamaica's first goal. And of course, Devon Jarrett, Jamaica's second goal. We now scoot further on to 1998. And South Florida got an opportunity to raise their hand, didn't they? Yes, they did indeed. South Florida got the opportunity to raise their hand quite proudly, quite vividly, as this was Jamaica's 3rd appearance of the Gold Cup. Did you know that for this edition of the Gold Cup that Canada withdrew? Yeah, Canada withdrew from this edition of the Gold Cup and gave their spot to Jamaica. Do you guys know that for 1998? Yeah, it happened. And Jamaica, that's right. Canada withdrew and Jamaica took part in 1998 Gold Cup. So what happened here? Well, Jamaica played their first game at the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami against Brazil, that 0-0 draw. That's right. And then the 2 other games in the group stages took place at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the same stadium from the 1991 edition of the Gold Cup. And guess what? February 8, February 9. Do you see that? Jamaica played 2 games in back-to-back days. And guess what? Got victories. I understand there was some heavy rain, and there was a game that was supposed to be on the 7th, but had to be played on the 8th. So, but guess what? Despite all of that, Jamaica won back-to-back games and topped the group. The semifinals and final now, same stadium, same stadium. So Jamaica played 4 matches. That's right, 4 matches at the Gold Cup in the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. In 2000, well, South Florida was very happy again, as both of Jamaica's games in the group stages took place at the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami. That's right. So you guys are doing the counting? Don't worry, I'll do the counting. So against Colombia and against Honduras, that was at the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami. Let's go scoot further on to 2003. And those two games in the group stages also took place in Miami. Yes, that is right. It also took place within Miami as well, against Colombia and against Guatemala as well. And in relation in particular to the quarterfinals, Jamaica played at the Estadio Azteca Stadium. That's right. So Jamaica has played 3 matches in Gold Cup history at the Estadio Azteca, 2 in 1993 and 1 in 2003. You see what I'm saying there? And in relation to the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami, Jamaica's played 2 in 2000, 2 in 2003, and 1 in 1998. Yep, that is right. Let's go on to 2005 now, where things expanded a little bit more. We started to have situations where we had group stage games in different venues and not one group in one particular city or area. Things started to expand a little bit more in 2005. And the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. This is what took place, Jamaica's first game in 2005 against Guatemala. And then a few days later against South Africa at the Memorial Coliseum, the same stadium where Jamaica played in 98, 1991 as well. You see what I'm saying? And this was a pulsating 3-3 draw. As South Africa scored, Jamaica equalized. As South Africa scored again, Jamaica equalized again. South Africa scored again, and TF4 Bennett with a thumping header. Wow. Jamaica took on Mexico in Houston. That's the Reliance Stadium in Houston. That's the only game they've played there in Gold Cup history. And Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. That was Jamaica's only game there as well. We can go to 2009 now. And in 2009, in this Gold Cup in particular, what we saw take place was the Home Depot Center in Carson, California also. And Jamaica also played at Columbus Crew Stadium. And Jamaica also played at FIU in Miami. That's right. And in 2011 now, it was for many Jamaican fans that live in the United States, it was perfect for them because Jamaica had their group stage games in 2011 in LA, in Miami, and in New York. 3 areas with hotbeds of Jamaicans: LA, Miami, and New York, New Jersey. And we'll get later on as to which city or which venue has hosted Jamaica the most games in Gold Cup history. The quarterfinals was at the RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. In 2015 now, 2015, here we go now. 2015, Jamaica started in California. That's right, the StubHub Arena in Carson, California. Was it the Home Depot? But no, the StubHub Center. Now in 2015, Jamaica also played in Houston. That's right. Jamaica played at BBVA Compass Stadium, which was in Houston. And the last group stage game at the BMO Field in Toronto. That's right. Let's move on now to the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals took place in Baltimore, Maryland. Semifinals took place in Atlanta in the Georgia Dome. And the final, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. That was 2015. What was 2017 like? Well, Jamaicans would certainly appreciate this, as 2017, the diaspora certainly came out as well. First game, San Diego. Second game in Denver, Colorado. And the third game in San Antonio. Where did the quarterfinals take place? Well, that was in Glendale, Arizona. Semifinals in Rose Bowl in Pasadena. That's right. And the final itself, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. That's right, the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, and Jamaica are going to play it there in the Gold Cup in relation to this summer in particular. 2019, history. For the first time in Gold Cup history, a match took place on Caribbean soil. And guess what? Jamaica won 3-2 against Honduras at the National Stadium. And of course, we had another game at the BBVA Stadium, which is in Houston, as you guys are aware. So that means that 2 games we've had there at that particular venue. And the Bank of California Stadium. Yeah, the Bank of California Stadium, that's the only time that Jamaica has played at this stadium in particular. It was opened recently, you could say, as a 22,000 seat, and it's almost, well, it is 5 years old now, that stadium in particular. And when we got to the quarterfinals, hey, Lincoln Financial Field. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar? Yep, 2019, Jamaica won, Panama 0. And in the semifinals, Jamaica played at the Nissan Stadium in Nashville. To 2021 we go now, and 2021, it was also quite riveting, enthralling. as the group stages, 3 games in Orlando at the Exploria Stadium. And what happened in relation to the quarterfinals? Well, as relates to the venue, it was the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And where's Arlington? Arlington is in Texas. So when we do all of the math, viewers, what do we see here? What do we tell? Well, let me share it with you. How many games did Jamaica play at the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California? 8 games. How many in Dallas? 3. How many at the Estadio Azteca? 3. How many at the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami? 5. How many at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many at Reliance Stadium? 1. How many at Gillette Stadium? 1. How many at Columbus Crew? 1. How many at FIU? 2. How many at Red Bull Arena? 1. Brian Johnson's kick. How many at RFK? 1. How many at BBVA in Houston? 2. How many at BMO Field? 1. How many in Baltimore? 1. How many in Atlanta? 1. How many in Philly? 2. How much in San Diego? 1. How much in Denver? 1. How much in San Antonio? 1. How much in Glendale, Arizona? 1. How much in Rose Bowl in Pasadena? 1. How much at the National Stadium? 1. How much at the Bank of California Stadium? 1. How much in Nashville? 1. How much in the Explorer Stadium in Orlando? 3. And how much in Arlington? Uno. So, which stadium has Jamaica played their most games in Gold Cup history? The stadium where Jamaica has played their most games in Gold Cup history has been the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. And if we want to do it by state, no, it's quite a lot in the state of California. Jamaica's played 8 in LA. You follow me? 8 in Memorial Coliseum, 4 in Carson, California, in the Home Depot Center, now StubHub. 8 plus 4 is, that's right, 12. 12, 12. You guys see what I'm saying here? That's right, 12. San Diego, 13. That's right, San Diego, 13. You following me? San Diego, 13. Rose Bowl, 14. Bank of California, 15. Jamaica's played 15 matches in California. Jamaica's played 50 Gold Cup matches, and 15 of them have been in the state of California, which means that Jamaica's next game at the Levi Stadium will be Jamaica's 16th game in the state of California. How much in the state of Florida? Well, let's do the math on that and break that down for you guys, all right? So the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami, 1, 3, 5, right? How much at FIU? 2. So that is 7. So 7 games in Florida, all right? 7 games in Florida. Good. What about Texas? What about Texas? So 3 in Cotton Bowl in Dallas. See what I'm saying? 1 at Reliance, that's 4. 2 in Houston, that's 6. San Antonio, 7. Arlington, 8. We just played 8 games in Texas. So 15 in California, 8 in Texas, that's 23. And 7 in Florida. So that's 30 games right there across 3 states. And then, of course, we've had games in the Estadio Azteca, 3 games in Mexico. So that's 3 in Mexico. That's right. 3 games have taken place within Mexico. Quite something, isn't it? Very much no. Only 1 in New York / New Jersey. Only 1 in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Yeah, only 1 at RFK in DC. Only 1 in Canada. Only 1 in Baltimore. Only 1 in Atlanta. 2 in Philly. You see what I'm saying? 2 in Philly. 1 in Denver, Colorado. 1 in Arizona. 1 at the National Stadium. 1 in Nashville, Orlando. But new experiences. So 15 games in California, Jamaica's played. 7 in Florida. 5. 5. 7. 10. Orlando's in Florida. So you know what that means, right? That's 10. So to make a long story short, what basically you have here is that 10 of Jamaica's 50 Gold Cup matches have taken place in Florida. 15 of them have been in California. 8 of them have taken place in Texas. So what does that tell you? Half of Jamaica's Gold Cup matches have been either in Florida or California. And this summer, Jamaica could play up to 3 matches in the state of California. The third group stage game, semi-final, and the final. I'm looking forward to it, and I know you guys are eagerly anticipating it as well. So I know many people have been asking, especially for the Jamaican diaspora in Chicago, where do the Jamaicans sit? My understanding is that the Jamaican community is looking to sit in 309 thereabouts, something to bear in mind there. But Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget as well to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. All right, guys.